Hey everybody, I'm MzCAGOMEA, and I wanted to talk to you about the first steps to regaining mobility after breast cancer and surgery. So, start by saying I am a survivor, a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed when I was 25 years old, so I'm a young survivor. And I also want to say that I am not a healthcare professional, so if you have any issues with your health or questions about any exercises you should do or should not do, please, by all means, talk to your doctor. Okay. So I was diagnosed when I was 25, and a lot of you are maybe like me, had to have a mastectomy, a lympectomy. Some had double, but I had a single mastectomy and a lympectomy on the right side. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, if you have had to have the surgery and chemotherapy and radiation, you were pretty much bound to one spot or in your bed or immobile. And if you had chemotherapy, you probably gained weight because some types of chemotherapy for breast cancer do make you gain weight. And then being immobile also makes you gain more weight. So I did put on quite a lot of weight while I was going through cancer treatments and whatnot. But first I'll talk about the first steps. This video is just first steps of regaining some mobility, because mobility is very important in your life. If you were a very active person before, and then all of a sudden your activity level drops and then you get like stuck, it is very hard for you to find ways to be happy if you cannot be mobile. I was one of those people. I was very active. I was on the floor a lot, like playing around. I have a son, so I was just on the go all the time. And now I am nowhere near as strong as I used to be. And my range of motion is limited, but there are ways to help that. So, I'm in my room, I'm on my bed, because this is really where it starts, because most people are going to be stuck to their beds for a while. So that's why I'm in here. There was a time in my life where during treatments I couldn't even walk from my bedroom to the living room without getting winded. I was at the hospital for some tests, and I thought I could make it down the hallway to get my test done, and someone had to go get a wheelchair for me because I got about halfway there and I had to just sit on the floor. And it is very hard to get up off the floor when you've been immobile for a while. So I'll start out with this right here. Okay, since I had a single mastectomy of the right side, it was very important for me to be able to have a good range of motion. And when you have your mastectomies, it makes you want to cradle yourself and hold on to yourself. I have lymphedema somewhere in my sleeve today. It's active today, it's swollen, and I have some pain. So I figured today would be a pretty good day to do this. Okay, but I have to tell you, if you baby your area, your arm, or whichever arm you have, both arms or whatever, if you baby it, it's not going to help you at all. I know that you don't want to hurt yourself, but it's very important that you maintain your range of motion. And it's going to decrease automatically because of the surgery and the muscles that they mess with in the lymph nodes and all that stuff. But we want to be as mobile as we can, So, first of all, understand when you first have surgery, yes, be very careful what you do, and don't push past your limit. If you're in pain, stop, okay? So what my doctor told me was, there's a lady who babied her arm all the time, and by the time she got better from her cancer, she could only lift her arm like this off her side, this far. We don't want that. And it was like permanently stuck here because she didn't want to move. So the first thing you want to do after your surgery and you start to heal and you feel like you can do these things, and it's going to be hard. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard and a slow process. You're going to feel like you have never moved your arm in your life, okay? This is what it's going to feel like. A doctor told me to every day reach a little higher. Just reach for a coffee mug that's a little higher. Just try each day to get the mug with your arm. So the first day I was here, I couldn't get my arm above this area here. And as like the weeks went by, I could slowly, and even sometimes I'd use this arm, this hand right here, and put it under for support, and then try to slowly go up. This is not during one day. This is over weeks of time, okay? So don't think that you can just go out to the kitchen one day and spend your day doing this and you're going to be okay. And slowly reach up higher and higher until like one day I could reach up in the cabinet and I could just, finally I could plop my hand inside of the cabinet. Very good day for me. I was very happy. Your arm, it feels like lead when you first start doing this. It feels like lead. And it's very hard. But you have to keep going until you can do this. I have a scar from this point in my chest all the way around to the side here. Okay? And I have scars down here from other things. I have a scar here from my port placement. So yes, I was afraid that I would hurt myself, and it did hurt. It did hurt, but it didn't hurt to the point where I wanted to cry. If you're hurting to the point that you feel like you can't take it, you need to stop. Do not push through extreme pain. Don't do that. Don't hurt yourself. It's gonna hurt because therapy hurts, and this is something you're gonna do at home for free on your own. Okay? So each day, go up, and now I can go past. I can go here. I can go here now, which is it's painful here. See how far I am up? I can feel the stretch here, but I'm not here anymore. Not here. I can't, like this arm, I can't do that. I can't just reach up and be like, whoop, and sometimes if I go too fast, it hurts. This arm I have to be very aware of what I'm doing here. This right here is really aggravating because they left some extra here in case I was able to get reconstructive surgery, which I wasn't because I was too heavy. Still too heavy. I don't know. I've seen bigger girls get it, but apparently they didn't want to give it to me. So anyways, and even here, this will be hard to do. You have to practice all these, here. And then going up. That's as far as I can go here. As, like with this arm, I can come here and then go up like this. This arm is here. And then up like that. See? Even I still have pain, like, and it's been a few years. I'll push here. Woo. That's like a workout itself. Especially today, because I have some pain. But you can start here, like as far as trying to lift your arm straight up. You come here, and then try to go up. Just do not hurt yourself, okay? And another thing that's really good for that helped me was yoga and stretching. But before you start doing like all intense yoga, which I still cannot do, try just like little stretches. So, okay, as far as the surgery goes, the doctor will tell you after you start, feeling a little better and you can lift your arms a little bit, not even here, but just a little bit, the doctor will tell you need to start trying to get your strength back because you will be really weak. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to lay down on the bed and show you this. What you need to do, for part of this, you'll need a broom handle, a really light broom handle. Really light. And you won't even start with the broom handle. You will not start with the broom handle. You'll start with just your own body weight. Which, to most people, to normal people, this is nothing to normal people. But if you've had a surgery or something, this is a big deal, okay? So I'm gonna see if I can get it. Here. This is my bed. See how. Okay. I hope you can hear me. Laying on my bed, which most people are, kind of immobile at this point. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull your arms up like this, like you're lifting a barbell. And you're going to try to go straight up like this. Very slow. Take your time and come back down like you're lifting weights. You know what I mean? Just straight up. You do both arms because your whole chest is going to be weak. And back down again. And when you first start doing this, you're going to be like this. It's going to be like this. It's going to feel like you have 50 pounds sitting on your arms trying to do this. And you may not be able to go all the way up like this. You know? You may have to come here and stop and come back down. There's no shame in that. Come here, come back down. Here, come back down. Or even if you just want to do your one arm, you can reach over, grab yourself by the wrist, and just help your arm go up. This is what I did. Help it go up. You don't want to lose all your muscle tone. You need it. So just help it go up like this. And once you get to the point, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to be so proud of yourself because you have not been able to do little things. You don't know how important it is to be able to move around until you can't do it anymore. So once you get here so that you can do this without much problem or, just a little resistance, you're going to want to then get your broom handle and start all over again. This broom handle probably weighs like 1 pound. I'm serious, probably not even that. And you get a lightweight broom handle. You do the same thing. You start over again with what you were doing here. And up again each day. This is going to take time. It's going to take lots of time. And you're going to do this right in bed. You can do it anytime. Right, while you're laying down. And you're going to want to do stretches for your arms. You're going to want to do some stretches. So you just reach over, grab your arm, and just fold it over a little to help, just pull it, stretch. Each day what I would do is, while I was laying here, I'd have my arm, and I'd put it back a little bit like this each day. Like, first it was here. And I was just always holding it for support so I didn't hurt myself. Like, gradually each day, I could bring it a little more. And this is just laying in bed. A little more each day until I could come here each day. This is nothing to normal people. But this is everything if you cannot move. This is everything. Everything, I'm telling you. This is just stuff you're going to be doing in bed. It's going to be, you might be where I was. I was at the point where I was so stiff, I couldn't put my socks on. Come back over here. I couldn't even put my socks on anymore. I couldn't sit in my chair and reach down like this and put my socks on. I couldn't cross my legs. Like, just the ankle part was hard to cross. I was nowhere near crossing my legs this way anymore. But you see, now I can cross my legs now. But I'll tell you, it's extremely hard to get there. It's hard to get there. And let's see, there's another thing you need to do too, as far as building upper body strength. I'll try to show you on this wall. I'm not going to be talking, I might not be talking a lot because you can't really hear me. You might not be able to hear me. But what I'm going to be doing is, you know how you do push-ups on the floor? You do them up against the wall and with not much. Your legs are not way out, so there's not like a lot of space between you and the wall in the beginning. It's more or less like you're just going a few inches at a time. So that's what you're going to do. I'm going to come over here and see if I can do it. See if you can see me. Okay. So it's more or less, you're just going to be up against the wall. I'm not sure if you can tell. You're just coming back a little bit like this. Like a rocking motion. Rocking. But that's going to be hard. when you think about rocking, you think about something, you know, I'm just rocking here, it's going to be easy, but it's not. When you have done surgery, after you've done your exercises from where you've been laying down and made it past your broom handle exercise, that's when you'll move over to the wall and start doing your wall push-ups. Like, you know, it's going to be slow. You're going to lean on the wall, and it's just going to feel like you're stuck the first time because it's more weight than what the broom handle had. And you're going to feel stuck, and even if you can't move, you're just like, and you can't move, don't give up. The next day, come back and do it again. Or if you're not feeling well, don't do it. But, the next day you're feeling well and up to it, just come back again. Don't hurt yourself. Just come back a little bit, and it'll come, slowly. You'll be able to push yourself all the way into standing position. You're leaning, and each day you can bring your feet further out from the wall and be able to do that. And as far as sitting and being able to put on your socks and stuff like that, that's the big deal. It's going to take you a very long time. It's going to take you a while. But I'll cover that stuff like leg mobility and stuff like that in a different video because this is getting long. But just try to stay as active as you can, even though it's not going to be very much in the beginning. That's understandable. Accept the fact that you are not a super person, and do not hurt yourself because what you think other people think about you. It's all about you and your healing and you being healthy and being the best person you can be. So, with that said, don't hurt yourself. Don't mess around and open up scars and wounds and stuff like that. Just go. Each person is different. Each person will take a different amount of time. Each person has a different fitness level before they go through these treatments and stuff like that. Each person's stage of cancer is different. Everybody varies. So just because your friend or somebody else could just like get up and go like, that's it, I'm done, does not mean you'll be able to. Do not compare yourself to the next person. You are an individual. These are the things I had to do, and this is the trouble I had. So if you're in anywhere similar or, anywhere in the area, you can use these tips to help you. I'm sure your doctor can also help you find some ways to get stronger, So if you have any questions or if you have any advice or anything like that, or you want to make any comments, just put them in the box below and subscribe to me as well. And I hope you guys are living healthy and long lives. Make sure you're aware all the time. Be aware. Love you guys. Bye.